Hi boys and girls, this is math for Thursday the 23rd, and we're working more with fractions, and then this time we are going to work on writing the numerical fraction that matches the picture of the region that we're showing of the whole, okay? So what does that mean? Well, let's work through one together. Okay, so I'm going to read to you a little scenario. I want you to get out your math notebook to a blank page, and you can do the math along with me. We're going to draw the picture and we're going to do the math, and then that will help you with your workbook page that you're going to do on your own, okay, after this. So get to a blank page. If you need to go get your notebook, pause it here and go get it. So, Mr. Kim made a pan of brownies. He served part of the pan of brownies to his friends. We need to figure out what part of the whole pan was served and what part was left. Okay, so the first thing you need to know is how many brownies there were. So this is our pan of brownies. Pretend like my parts are equal. I just draw the best I can. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That tells me there are 9 brownies total. Okay? So before we do anything, what would the numerical fraction be for this whole pan of brownies? If we have 9 total and there's nothing shaded or the whole thing, how would we write that? Well, we know the total is 9, so we know that goes on the bottom, the denominator. And since we haven't taken any or given any away yet, there's 9. So the fraction would look like this, 9 and 9. Okay, so before we do anything, we've got 9 over 9. Okay, now I'm going to shade in the brownies that are left, and the empty spots will tell us how many Mr. Kim shared, okay? So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if you could please shade in 5 brownies. Those are the ones that are left in the pan, okay? And it looks like because these are the empty spots, this is how many brownies he has shared. So, we already know that we have 9 total spots. Let's first figure out what part of the whole pan was served. How many did he give away, okay? So, we know the bottom is 9. We already talked about that. So the bottom number is going to be 9. The denominator is going to be 9, right? How many have been served? 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this case, the numerator would be 4, okay? Because we're trying to answer the question, how many out of 9 were served? And it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4/9. Okay? Can you write that? And when you write 4/9, write the number of brownies shared. Okay? All right. Now, what about the brownies that are left? Okay, what are we going to put in the denominator and what are we going to put in the numerator? I want you to try it on your own. Okay, how many will be in the bottom, the total number of pieces in the whole, and how many will be on top in the numerator, meaning how many are still here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are what's shown. So a fraction that would represent how many brownies are left for us to eat would be 5, and that's 5 out of the whole number of 9 pieces, or 9 bars, I should say. Okay? So same information, 3 different fractions. The whole is 9 over 9. What's been shared is 4 over 9. And what's left for us to eat is 5 over 9. Okay? So when you are doing your work in your workbook, you're thinking about the number in the bottom of your fraction is always the whole amount of pieces in the whole that are shown. And the number up top is the variable. Okay, is there 1 shaded? Is there 2 shaded? Whatever fraction is shown is what you write. Okay? So if you have any questions on your workbook page, circle them and be sure to ask me about them. but I think you should be able to work through the workbook page and write the fractions. And just remember, when you're writing them, it's just like we just did. The denominator is always on the bottom, and the numerator is always on top with a flat line in the middle. Okay? All right, good luck. I'll see you next time.